2025 is here, and I have 25 things that I believe that you should do for 2025 that can help you along the way. It's nothing hard, it's nothing too intricate. It's just goals, affirmations, things that you set for yourself so that you can become financially free, or free in your mind in a sense, so that you can attack the things that you need to attack to be in a better position for 2025. And listen, you can't have no regrets, right? You can't beat yourself up, right? And you can't turn back the hands of time. You can't do those things. So you have to move forward. But how can you position yourself better moving forward to make it work for you? So here are 25 things that I believe everybody should do for the new year that can help them push their agenda along further. And the first one is set clear goals. You have to set clear goals, and I'm talking about daily, weekly, and monthly goals. Like, you have to put an idea in your mind, or you have to put a goal in your mind, and you have to say, tomorrow I'm going to start this goal, right? And I need to finish this goal, or at least get into the middle of this goal, or start knocking this goal down before the end of the week. Whether it's I take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or if I take a minute of my time before I go to sleep. This is just something that I'm going to do to make sure I move the ball forward. Set these goals for you, because we all need a parameter that we follow to keep us grounded, so to speak, because this world, the phone alone, I have you scrolling all day long. So you got to stay focused, all right? You got to create clear goals for yourself daily, weekly, and monthly. And this is how you can start to feel good about yourself, because you are achieving the things that you said you would do. Set yourself on a path where you can create these daily, weekly, and monthly goals. Okay? Number 2 is read one book a month. A lot of people, they read and some people don't, but listen, read one book a month. The more you know, the more you'll be equipped to move the ball forward down the line. Pick and choose a business book one month, an inspirational book the next month. You can pick an autobiography the next month, but you have to, a self-help book the next month. You have to enrich your mind. You have to start reading books so that you can be better equipped, right, when you move forward, not only in the daily activities of your life, but when you move forward financially, trying to change the financial dynamics in your life. You have to read self-help books. You have to read these business books. You have to read these books that's going to enrich you and influence you, and also give you the power to say, you know what? I'm tired of the old me. I have to transition into the new me, and I have to do new things that's going to, enrich my life and also be better about myself. Number 3, learn a new skill. Learn a new skill, anything. I don't care what it is. If you can't type, try to teach yourself to type, because if you're trying to write a book, you want to know how to type, right? It could be anything. If you want to know about something on the internet, if you want to know about how to fix cars, try to learn about how to fix cars. You can go on YouTube. The barrier to entry is very low. You can go on to any of these social media sites, and there's always somebody on there teaching you any subject you want to know. If you want to know about computer skills, they can teach you. If you want to know about e-commerce, they can teach you. If you want to know about being a better parent, you can go in there and you can learn that. But learn a new skill. Dedicate yourself in 2025 for learning a new skill. The more you know, the more you'll be prepared in order to change the financial dynamics of your life, okay? So learn a new skill. Number 4, practice gratitude. We got to be grateful. We all want more. We all want the best things in life. We all want the finer things in life. We all want to be in a better position than we are. But sometimes if you take stock of what you have, if you look around, if you look at the things that you've accumulated in whatever period of time it was, be thankful for where you are. Be thankful for the achievements that you've already accumulated up to this point. Be thankful. Don't just be ungrateful and say, I want more, I want more, I want more. No, have gratitude. If you be grateful, the more you give, the more things will come back to you. So love what you've done already. Don't beat yourself up too much. And I always say this, don't beat yourself up too much. Be grateful for the things that you have, because trust me, 2025, things are going to be looking up and things are going to be coming to you even more. I don't know if this is a good one for everyone, but I'm gonna tell you, I don't know religious background that you're from, but meditation is good. Solitude, right? Because we get caught up in the day-to-day activities of our lives, whether it's getting up early in the morning to go to work. And you should get up earlier before you go to work, so you can just take 5 minutes of your time to be alone, quiet time. If you're drinking a cup of coffee, whatever, to clear your mind before you get into the busy workday. Try to meditate. And that's just a form of just being to yourself, trying to be in tune with yourself, or whatever religious deity that you pay homage to. Try to get in tune with yourself. Just sit back, be quiet. Don't let nothing bother you. Don't let nothing interfere in your life. Don't let nothing interfere in your thoughts, and just concentrate on you and let the vibrations and that positive energy soak into you before you go out into the world. Okay? This is one that I love. This is a vision board. Create a vision board. Now, you've heard this for years. People always say create a vision board, right? Basically, you want to create a board where you write down all your thoughts, your goals, your dreams, your aspirations in no particular order. Some people like to be very meticulous and put them in order. That's not how my mind works. Maybe that's why I'm not where I need to be right now. But I promise you, I've used these techniques and I've used these jewels to get me to where I am. So a vision board is very important because you write down the things that's on your mind. You may have an idea in the middle of the night. How many people have had the idea in the middle of the night and think they're going to remember in the morning? And when you wake up, you try your best to recall what was that dream? What was that idea? And you can't do it. You forget it, right? So create a vision board. And like I said, it's just like setting daily tasks. Look on that vision board and see, okay, what you think you can do and start working on and accomplish that's not going to take you all the way throughout the year. And it may, but you started working on it. But pick something that you can achieve. I don't care if you wanted to cut the grass in the backyard. Put a vision board up there for what your desires and your goals are, and try to knock down those desires and those goals and those dreams one at a time. A vision board will allow you to see the ideas that you have in your mind. It comes from a thought, it comes to the idea, it comes on paper, and then you begin to bring it into fruition. You begin to make it a product or material. That's how you bring your dreams into reality. So make sure you use the vision board. That is a very important thing. For those of you that haven't started that yet, try it out this year. 2025, get yourself a vision board and see how far you will come in the things that you want to get done. It's self-care. Invest in self-care. On the podcast, I'm a part of a podcast called Building Legacies, and we spoke on an episode, Health is Wealth. Self-care. You have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of your physical composition in order to take care of your mental composition as well. Like, one doesn't work without the other. So you can't give negative food. You can't give negative things in your mind. That's food for your mind, and think you're going to be positive. So you can't eat bad foods and put that in your body and think that you're going to be healthy. So you have to take care of your physical well-being by the way you eat. Watch the things you eat in 2025 and be very meticulous. I might be the wrong person to say that one message, but hey, I can't listen. I'm a picky eater, but I try my best. Try my best not to go overboard on the bad foods. But yes, self-care doesn't always only have to do with the right kind of foods that you eat. Self-care means protecting your space. Self-care, stop giving too much of yourself to other people when there's nothing left for you that you can give yourself. Self-care, you have to look out for yourself first before you can look out for others. When you're on the plane and the mask fall and they say, listen, put your oxygen mask on, it's that one mask for you to put on first. And before you can help anybody else, you got to help yourself. Now, if you got kids with you or you got a significant other, most of us are going to help them first. But you get the gist of what I'm saying. Stop wearing yourself thin. You can't give too much of yourself to other people that you don't worry about your own self-care. You just can't do it. It's not going to work out in your best favor. Number 8. Now, a lot of you made a New Year's resolution to work out. Adopt a new workout routine. Adopt that routine, but go a little bit at a time. You don't have to do so much And because you inundate yourself. I don't care if it's just walking. If you say, you know what, I'm going to walk twice a week or 3 times a week. I'm going to get into cardio a couple of times a week. Those of you that want to do weight training, I mean, don't try to go too heavy. Just do a little bit at a time. Adopt a workout routine for yourself. And it's simple. It's not that hard. I mean, you can stretch while you're in the chair in the house. You can lay down and do stretches on the floor in the house. You can do crunches for your stomachs. You can stretch your back. You can also stand in place and run for cardio. Adopt a workout routine for yourself in 25. That's part of self-care. That'll make you feel that much more better when you're trying to reach your goals. I promise you, when you work out, you feel a whole lot better. Number 9, try a new sport or activity. Okay? I'm not one for sports. I hurt myself in sports, but if you want to play pickleball or whatever it's called, if you feel you want to play tennis or you want to get into golf, or if you feel you want to try to hoop again, you want to be a Jordan, try that, man. Listen, but you got to get into some sort of activity for yourself. You have to be able to try something new, right? Don't get stagnated and just stay in the same rut that you were in. Think about 2024, what you didn't do and what you could have done, and do it different in 25. Adopt yourself a routine and get into some sort of activity. You have to eat balanced meals as well. And that's number 10, eats balanced meals. You have to eat balanced meals in order for you to, it's nutrition to feel good about yourself. They say eat 3 meals a day, right? But if you're working out, you can eat smaller meals, smaller portion throughout the day. But you got to make sure that those meals are good meals that you're working on. Number 11, track your progress. Use apps. They have apps out here that can track your progress, right? Not the Excel spreadsheet, but you can even use a piece of paper that you just keep on the refrigerator or next to your desk and track your success, track your accomplishments and your goals, so that when you look back, you can say that this is what I did last week. Wow, I can't believe that I accomplished those goals last week. You have to give yourself a barometer, something to make you feel good, something to say to yourself, you know what? I believe that I can do more, because you see the progress, you see the work. When you work out and you start to see the development of your body, now it makes you want to work out more, because you see the fruits of your labor, the rewards. It's the same as when you're trying to become an entrepreneur, you're doing a side hustle. When you see the rewards, you want to do more. So yeah, try to track your progress so that you can find more things to do in your daily life that can make you feel better. This is a good one for me. Attend networking events. Networking is very important, because sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know, right? Because listen, I always say this all the time. I'm putting in the work. I'm putting in the time. I'm putting in the 10,000 study hours. I'm doing all these things, but the reward is not coming quick enough. I don't see the fruits of my labor in abundance yet, right? So I'm still in that entrepreneurial phase where, sometimes whatever you make, you got to put that right back in. Whatever you don't make, you got to figure out how to get it to put it back in, right? So attend networking events. Break outside of your norm. Break outside of your norm. You might not be a social person, but you have to get out there. If you have an idea, if you are an individual that need funding, you have to get out and you have to network. You have to meet new people. If you meet new people, new things will happen to you, because it's like I said, it's not what you know, it's actually who you know. Why I put that, I don't know. Update your resume. Update your resume. Are we going to glance past that? Update your resume just in case you need to find new employment so you can keep the wheel going. But I'm on entrepreneur time. I'm on financial freedom first. Anything that has to do with being, I'm going to say it, a slave for somebody else and have to be under their command was never for me. So why I let that slip through there to say that, I don't know. But if you want to update your resume, you can. That might work in your favor. I know LinkedIn is good. I get a lot of contacts from LinkedIn. So you can put your resume on LinkedIn if you're trying to get a new job or a new position that you think will bring you a greater financial reward. Number 14, try an online course. Look, for me, there's a whole lot of things that catch my attention, but when I get to the end, of the sales funnel, and it costs so much. I mean, it's like how I'm going to get in if it costs so much. That takes me right back to YouTube. It's like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to study this myself because I can't give you that amount, right? But if you can afford it, or if you can etch that out for yourself, try an online course, whether it's digital marketing, whether it's how to write a ebook, digital ebook, whether it's a course that you want to create yourself because you feel you have a certain knowledge that you want to share with people. Whatever the case may be, further your financial, further your mental knowledge so that your finances can be better. Try an online course. Number 15, mentorship is very important. Because you may not be the smartest person in the world, right? Smart people hire and be around people who are smarter than them. Remember this saying, right? If you hang around 9 broke people, chances are you will be the 10th. We all heard it before. It's unstoppable because they got nothing going on. You're going to be that 10th person that have nothing going on. But if you hang around 10 people who have something going on for themselves, they got a certain level of knowledge, they got a certain level of contacts, they got a certain level of motivation. If you hang around them, chances are you're going to be the 10th one. So be careful. You have to be around people that's elevating themselves and going someplace. And you got to leave the past behind. Sometimes that means even leaving the people behind who you came up with, right? It's just the reality of life. We are all human beings trying to reach our own destiny. And if people are not on the same trajectory that you're on, you just got to leave them. You got to let them go. You got to leave them by the wayside. But mentorship is key. You got to find somebody that can help you further the knowledge that you have and implement the things that you've been learning, right? How can you implement those things to become successful? Someone who was in your shoes and in your place before, they've been there and done that. They can swerve you past the pitfalls that they've made. So mentorship is the key. Try to find somebody that can be a mentor to you and that can teach you something that you may have not known or know how to implement. Number 16, set financial goals. Look, no matter where you are in this life, no matter what job you have, what position, set a clear financial goal for yourself. If you say, I'm going to save 5% or 10% of my salary every week, adhere to that. Continue to do that. Pay yourself first. Save that 5-10% and figure everything else afterwards, because you have to pay yourself for the hard work you put in. You have to set these clear financial goals so that as time go on, you can see the accumulation of the money that you save. You can see an accumulation of the hard work that you've done. Now, after a minute, after a few months, maybe after a year, you can see, wow, I've saved $5,000-$10,000 or more. How can I put that towards my next business, right? Or help an existing business. So set clear financial goals. And number 17 is create a budget. Stay on track with that budget. Create a budget. Don't deviate from that budget. Listen, I know we all like nice things. We want to go out. We want to eat good. You might say, you know what, I can go out every other week or every third week or once a month. But you're on a goal for financial independence. So sometimes you can't get that new car. Sometimes you can't get those new clothes. Sometimes you can't go out and eat the $300 meal. Sometimes you have to create a budget for yourself with the income you're coming in so that it can get greater for you later. Don't worry about trying to impress nobody. The days are over trying to impress people with what it is that you have, right? You want to have things. You don't have to show people what you have. Create a life for you and your family and create clear financial goals that can make you successful financially. Number 18, start and grow an emergency fund. We all know we need 6 months of an emergency fund saved up. Not many of us have that. It's hard to do that when you're living paycheck to paycheck, right? But there has to be a way, just like the one before when I said to you, create a budget. You have to try to create a budget for yourself. Grow an emergency fund. You have to keep that to the side because there's going to be bumps in the road. There's going to be hiccups. You think you're all right. There's a lot of times I think I'm 10 steps ahead and then something happened that brings me 20 steps back. And it's like, I can't believe it. There's no way. There's no way that this came up. How? Right? So you got to prepare and you got to create yourself an emergency fund. Number 19, rekindle old friendships, right? Or old relationships that you may have had that has gone bad. I can't speak so much on relationships, but what I can speak on is that people are human. We are human, and we're not void of mistakes. There are the mistakes that you made towards someone or someone against you that either one of you probably didn't realize that it was a mistake or that offended the other. Those are things that you can work on. But then there's clear things that people do to intentionally hurt you. I'm not talking about rekindling that. Rekindle the things. If you've hurt somebody, find out what it is that you did to hurt them, and it can create closure. You can move on. It creates an ability for you to move on. But guess what? As being a human being and being a man or a woman, you want to make sure that you don't leave anything behind, any destruction behind you as you're moving forward. You don't want to step on any toes. You don't want to have to do bad things to people to get ahead. You don't want to have to lie, cheat, and steal and see somebody else do bad so you can do good. Trust me, you can do good without hurting other people. Number 20, plan meaningful outings. Enjoy your life. Life is short. In 2025, enjoy your life. We're not promised tomorrow. We're not promised to wake up tomorrow, right? So I try to live by the adage, let's enjoy each day, because let's eat and drink and be merry, for tomorrow we die, right? That's the adage I live by. But in the reality, not everyone lives like that. Not everyone has the ability to enjoy it, life while it can, because life will beat you down. And if you allow it to beat you down and you don't fight it back, it'll get the best of you, right? So you have to try to enjoy each day as if it's your last. Number 21, volunteer. The more you give, the more you get back. A lot of us, we give, because we can write it off on our taxes. We give to certain causes or charities. We know we can write it off. But I'm talking about something meaningful. And you've probably already done it. How many times you've been somewhere to get gas or whatever, and somebody asks you for $1 or $2, you give them $1 or $2 or $5 or whatever. Don't that feel good? That feels good when you help someone, right? So try to purposely volunteer for something. It may be a young man that needs your advice. It may be a young lady that needs your advice. Volunteer to help people. The more you help people, you will see how abundantly your life will grow. I promise you. No matter what I'm going through, no matter how upset I am, no matter how bad things are going for me, I never turn down the opportunity that's given to me to help someone else, to be a voice for reason. It doesn't always have to be financial, but volunteer your time to help someone else. The more you give, the more you'll get back in return. 22, if you can afford to travel to a new destination, but you don't have to break the bank. I mean, it's 42, what is it, 52 states or more? Don't check I haven't been in school in a long time, but go to another state. Check out the scenery there, the destinations, even in your state. I lived in New York a long time, all my life, and there's places I've never been. Now that I don't live in New York, I'm looking at things. I'm like, man, I want to go there. I want to go there next time I go to New York. I want to experience that. So, try to travel to a destination and broaden your horizons and learn new things, whether it's a new language or the new cuisine or something different other than your culture and what you know, and broaden your horizons. 23, try a new hobby. Try something new. Try a new hobby. That's like I said in the previous conversation. Try something new. Try a new hobby. Try to learn something new, right? Whatever it is, a hobby could be, I'm going to tell you right now, what I like is looking at coins. I like coins. There's a coin collection that I had of my father's that I still go through. And I haven't really did it fully to see what's going on. But it's nothing unique. It's just old quarters, dimes, and nickels. But I still like to look at it to see if it has a chip on there or something irregular on there that maybe it can be valuable, man. Try a hobby. Try something that'll get your mind off of the everyday rat race and things that tend to upset you. Try a hobby. When you're trying a hobby, nobody's in your circumference to bother you, right? It's just you. So try something new. 24. Like I said earlier, review your progress. I know it says review it weekly, but you can also review it quarterly and give yourself a chance. What have I done for the past 3 months? If months has gone by and you haven't done anything, you've just been promising yourself, you dropping the ball on those resolutions. Check your progress constantly to see how far you're getting along. I don't care if it's a new word that you're learning. I don't care if it's going out to learn new things or meet new people. You have to check your progress. Am I better off today than I was yesterday? Right? Check your progress, and in checking the progress, it'll give you a better outline on the progress you've made in your life and those resolutions you made for 2025. And finally, 25, celebrate with small wins. Celebrate those small wins. Anything, right? If you said, I'm not going to eat chips for the next week, and you don't eat chips for the next week, guess what? You have completed your goal. That is a win for you. You can put a check mark on that because that's something that you placed in your mind and you've achieved it. If you say, I want to do 100 push-ups and it takes you a week to do 100 push-ups, you completed that. Celebrate that. Feel good about yourself that you've got something done. Celebrate those small wins. So I've given you 25 things that I believe that you should use to help you in 2025. Now, it could have been 40 things or 50 things or 100 things. You can add to it. That's a compiled list that I put together. And I wanted to just come on here briefly to start the year and tell you, concentrate on being a better version of yourself. Concentrate on being a better you. No one is perfect, but there's always things that you can critique. There is always things that you can be better at, right, than you was before. The goal is to learn. The goal is to be better than you was yesterday, man. So I want to thank you for giving me your time, tuning in with me and giving me the opportunity to give that to you. I'm going to be coming with more heat. Hump Day Motivations every Wednesday morning. I'm going to be putting it out. I'm coming up with more video or motivational shorts. I'm coming up with more episodes on the podcast, Building Legacies. I'm coming up with more episodes of bringing information to you. I'm also going to start a new podcast for myself called Still Sharpen Still. Still Sharpen Still. What I know, you might not know. What you might know, I may not know. And I want to create a community of Still Sharpen Still community where people can join and we can share our experiences and our knowledge with one another. So be on the lookout for that Still Sharpen Still. And another thing, please like, subscribe, and share. And I've been at this for at least 2 years now with the motivational speaking. It's time for me to branch out and do more things with long form content. But the long form content is not worth it, or it's not benefiting either you or me if I can't accumulate more followers, more views, more likes, so I can have the freedom to give you more information, more motivation. So like, subscribe, and share. Stan C. Gaillard. You can also find links to my books in the description. One is fiction, The Eyes of Deception. One is nonfiction, 30 Daily Affirmations That'll Change Your Life. And keep your eye out because we're going to create a large community. We're going to have a large course and we're going to have a lot of teaching material for you. So stay humble, stay wise, stay smart. And as always, I come with love. So let's go. Let's get it.